right, what is up, boys and girls? We are back for another episode of the Slip Angle. This time we are bringing out Project GR Supra Manual. I now have 185 miles on the clock. I know a lot of you are going to say, Quinn, you're not even through the braking yet. I've been braking in the engine the old school proper method, which is brake loading it and then slowly increasing load, RPM, in intermittent intervals to get it hotter, letting it cool off in between. Did a fresh oil change before coming out here. I switched to a 5W30 synthetic over the very thin 0W20 factory oil. This is our OEM Plus build spec. So as you guys know, I took delivery of the car in the middle of winter time. I didn't have much time to enjoy it because the roads were covered with salt and I had to wait for paint protection film. Shout out to Apex Auto Detail in Portland, Connecticut for the wonderful job that they did on the car. But we did a handful of tasteful mods. None of these are monumental differences to the car, but the importance are MSS height adjustable lowering springs. It's got a SAR titanium catback exhaust, which is really just a weight savings measure at this point because it still has the factory catted downpipe. It has a carbon fiber airbox, which again probably doesn't do anything performance-wise, and it has a set of TE37 Ultra M specs with the factory Michelin Pilot Super Sports that we just transferred over from my stock wheels. So we are up to temp here. We're going to get a lap time on it, and then I'm going to show you guys the handling balance. We're going to see how she goes. Very good turning. The Supra definitely feels way lighter than any equivalent BMW. A little bit of push on this tighter corner, but most cars do. That turbo comes on strong and quick. Woo! Most of our braking done in a straight line. ABS is engaging a little bit there, keeping it tidy. Steering feels a little bit vague, but the car is very accurate. It points wherever I turn the wheel to, which is nice. That B58, man, it's got some torque when that turbo comes on. Very good torque output of this engine. Fast into this back straightaway here. There we go, I'm like, get that braking done in a straight line. A little bit of push on this tighter stuff, but that's really to be expected. This is the factory staggered tire setup. The wheels are also staggered, albeit a little bit wider than the stocks. Nice rotation though, like on brakes and with throttle, like you can kind of pick the angle that you're looking for. Give it a little cool down here. Yeah, this car feels amazing, and these mods are just mostly subtle. I mean, I will say there's some front camber gain with the MSS and the various camber hats on here, which is what I want though, because factory alignment is less camber in the front than the rear. I hate those sort of alignments when it comes to the balance of a car. It makes them real edgy at the limit of grip. It's great if you're worried with oversteer at the limit. It makes the car more docile for sure. But for the type of driving that I want to do and the type of driving I want out of the Supra, I definitely want more front camber than in the rear. I have not aligned the car, so full disclosure there, but at least driving it on the street, everything seemed to be mostly intact. Toe is not really off or anything. I definitely lost some caster. I can feel it in the wheels self-centering ability, but that will all get fixed when I dial this car in and corner weight it and do all those other things. Again, this small, the FCP Euro Proving Grounds is very hard on front tires, and it's gonna heat them up quickly, especially on an FR car like the Supra. So we want to make sure that we give them some cool down time to try to set a better lap time. And plus, like, this is the first time ever really driving this car at its limits. I literally got it through the break-in on the street and then came here. Stock brakes are very bitey, very good. Plenty of cornering grip with this Pilot Super Sports. .7877, baby, that's fast for a mostly stock car. I'm sure I can pip a couple tenths out of it, but it's going to be a heat management game. I can feel the rears are getting warm and losing a little bit of grip. Come on, bite. I literally just did another 37.7. I think that's our lap time. Pretty good, pretty happy with that. Initial impressions, first time having driven a GR Supra truly at the limit and on track. It's like, how do I say this? It's like the BMW formula crossed with the Japanese car tuning philosophy. Like, you can feel a lot of the BMW in here, but the shorter wheelbase and the way that the suspension tuning is, the lighter chassis, it's very accurate and it works very, very well on track. Just totally happy with how it drives out of the box. Like, the stock performance of this car is at a very, very, very high level. Gearbox, not the best manual in the world, but I guess it's pretty good by modern car standards. I'm probably truly spoiled because I have a lot of the older cars that have some of the most renowned gearboxes in them. Miata's S2000, RX-7. But I wouldn't say it's bad by any means. It's definitely probably better than the transmission in my Z4M Coupe. Very happy with it. The pedal placement's a little bit off for heel toe, but I'm getting used to it. I'm just kind of adjusting while I'm on track. Interior is very spacious, very comfortable. Low visibility over the big hood and the little windscreen, but other than that, man, like, very happy with how well this thing performs. And the B58 has like torque for days for a stock engine. It just like feels wonderful. So let's see what it's like doing some drifties. First time drifting my GR Supra. Oh my word. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good. Really good. You know, that's really why I bought the car, guys, is that I didn't buy this to be the all-out track weapon, although, man, you can just feel this has all of the underpinnings to put down amazing lap times with a little bit of setup. I would probably look at doing more of a square setup or just more front and rear tire. But, you know, you guys know me. I want a car that can do both. right? I want to be able to drive fast and tidy if I want to. Again, I didn't buy the Supra as a track car. This is a street car primarily for me, but I want it to be able to dual purpose. So it's being tuned, or I'm tuning it to that balance of grip and slip, if that makes sense. That's what the goal is for the car, is grip and slip, based on my mood. You know, so where I give up a little bit of all-out grip allows me to have a little bit more balance, handling balance at the limit for slip. It's just, oh, right there. And I didn't even align this yet. Wild. It's very balanced and very easy to control at the limit. Yeah, baby. GR Supra. I knew there was a reason why I was called to buy this car. I was almost convinced that I would never buy a modern car just because of how the tuning philosophies and everything had changed so much over the years versus what I just like have grown to like love and appreciate. But as soon as Toyota said, hey, we're gonna offer this with a manual, I just knew I had to get one. I knew it. And I don't regret that decision one bit. I'm so happy with just how this car is out of the box, and with just like a couple minor choice mods. I mean, I'm not really into the build for any serious money, and it's already performing at this level. It's like, what? It's so wild because the whole tuning formula has just changed. You know, any 90s or early 2000s car, it's a completely different ballpark in the amount of work and effort that you have to put into it to get it to this level of performance. And this is like already, you know, 97% of this out of the box. Again, what I did is not drastic. I mean, I still have the factory dampers in place because they're that good, the electronic dampers. It's just a set of height adjustable lowering springs. So to be able to put together a lap time as fast as this did, that's one of the fastest lap times on this track with the OEM tires. But then also be able to hang it out and hoon it like this, it's just awesome. What more could you ask for? And then the tuning potential. Wait until we start getting into the engine of this thing. Man, just a little bit of setup on this car and it's going to be unstoppable. I would argue that this might be one of the best like balanced cars that I own. And I say that like balance, not just in the handling aspect, it's like everything in terms of like power, hoonability, what it can put down for a lap time. It has such a great street presence. I think the GR Supra looks are killer, especially with the way this car is sitting right now. It's like, it's just such a good all-arounder car. And yeah, it may not be a master at anything, but who cares, you know? Like, I didn't buy this thing to race in some spec series. Like, I bought this thing to just literally have one of the last great manual transmission sports cars and just be able to enjoy the crap out of it. I don't know, guys. I'm so happy with this GR Supra, man. I'm almost smitten because it just feels like it's been so long that before I had a car that really works as well as this thing does in all those aspects. And it's comfortable. It's quiet and comfortable on top of it, and I have modern electronics, infotainment, all the whole nine. It's like, what more can I really ask for? That was fun today.
That was a great day.
What an awesome day this was.
Yeah, we've said this before. We said this time and time again, but this is like the best venue.
It literally is.
For driving.
This is the FCP Euro Proving Grounds at Limerock Park. And I honestly, I think this is one of my all-time favorite tracks, just in the sense that you can really test the car's potential in every aspect on here without having to worry about duffing it into a wall.
Yeah, it's super safe, tons of runoff. I think I've learned more about driving and like handling a car at the limits here than any like HPD event that I've ever done on a big track.
I would absolutely agree with that. Yep. And today was an awesome day. We tested Sarasota Super Sports Performance, their LS3.
ND Miata.
ND1 V8 Miata. Wasn't that a wild ride?
Yeah, the modern Shelby Cobra.
Oh, so wicked.
Yep.
And then in addition, we got to put my brand new 2024 Toyota Supra 45th anniversary manual on track and get a baseline impression for it.
How many miles on that now?
I think we rolled in here with 185 on the clock.
Yeah, he's doing the proper hoon-in.
I did a proper break-in before doing this.
Yeah.
And then we also brought the FD out. This hasn't seen the light of day in years. Oh. What a good time.
Yeah, it's been a great day.
So, guys, if you want to check out and do some of this driving on your own, I highly recommend check out the FCP Euro Proving Grounds. It is that good, and I don't just say that about any racetrack.
Do it.